Hey, this is Amanda from the Fundamental Home, and I told you guys that we were going to put our Christmas tree up for October 31st, and that is what we are working on. Rick is getting everything out of storage, so while he does that, I figured I would show you the before picture because I don't think I've done like a house tour per se. So I thought I'd show you what the living room looks like, our main living room, and also our family room, because that's where we have two trees and we put them in there. So let me show you the living room. Okay, so this is my front door right here where you always see in the videos, and over here from the front door you have my living room, and it's kind of all open into my dining room when you walk in the front door. So here in the living room we have a TV cabinet. There is no TV actually in there. We actually use it for storage, and a bookshelf, and it's some of our reference material for homeschool. We have two chairs and this one love seat. And we don't really sit in here too often. We do when we have company, just because we usually need more seating. But it's not an area that we use very, very often in the house. Of course, the computer, which we use all the time. And that leads over into our dining room area right here. We don't use that very often either. We usually use that when we have, again, company. And there's actually just this huge space between this living room and the dining room, and normally what we'll do is we'll put even right through there a second table up, and sometimes even a third table, and I think we've had up to 30 guests in here, maybe a little bit more. So anyway, this is our living room and dining room area before we get the tree up. The tree is actually going to go right in here, and let me show you the family room. Okay, this is our family room area, and you've actually seen this before. We have a love seat here, and our couch there, and the piano there. Brian plays, and over here we have our television that we actually use. Believe it or not, we're going to watch Jeopardy tonight, and we watch Jeopardy pretty much every night. And then our bookshelves, they're messy. I haven't organized them. Of course, this left one over here is the one that we use mostly for homeschool, so it almost never stays organized because we're usually taking books on and off that shelf. But our second Christmas tree, we call it our ugly tree, it actually goes right here by this bookshelf over here. So we're gonna get all of that stuff pulled out, and then we are going to put our trees up. Yay! Okay, Rick has got the vacuum out, and part of his main prep work here, I'm trying to show you the whole living room, is he's moved the couch back, and he's moved the chairs out of the way, and he's been vacuuming, and back over there are the buckets that have our big tree in it. So as soon as he gets everything vacuumed up and sorted out, we'll get started on putting the tree up. It's happening. So here we are getting ready, and the hubby there and Ricky are taking the pieces of the tree and they're dividing them by size. You can see he's got them in different piles across the room, and they're spreading out the different leaves because when we store them they have to be kind of squeezed together so they fit in the storage bucket. So this is the first step in the process, and pretty soon we'll start actually getting the tree up. Let me zoom in and out because we got a little blurry there for a second. Brianna's walking through. Whoop, careful. She was out there with the cats. So, doing her thing.
I'll help you 1 second.
Okay, everybody's staying busy. So I'm gonna get busy helping them. Okay, so we have all of the different pieces on the floor organized. And Rick put down, I don't know if you can see over here, right in front of the window, he put down 2 pillowcases because he puts that underneath the little tree stand right there. Hey, babe. And he's putting that down. It's official. Tree's going up. So he's getting all the actual pieces now that everything's fluffed out. And he's going to get the metal piece that goes inside that stand, and then we're actually going to start putting all of the tree pieces on and assembling the tree. So it's coming together. It's taking a little time. Brianna's over here happening right there by my big pile of paperwork. If you haven't been to my house, this is my house sin. I keep the house relatively clean, I really do, but I always have a stack of paperwork right by the printer, so just ignore that. And Rick's over there getting everything set up. Yep, everybody was asking about doesn't the tree get dusty, and it really doesn't because we vacuum like every night. We dust regularly, and I think if you just keep your house rather dust free, it doesn't get too overwhelming. And we do take the tree down on usually the day after Christmas, although I've been known to actually take it down Christmas Day on occasion. So for some reason my husband doesn't love it when I do that. So, anyway, we're gonna go ahead and help him once he gets going. So pretty soon I'll show you when it all starts coming together. We'll do a what's that thing called?
Time lapse.
Time lapse. There you go. There's Brianna looking happy. You love putting up the tree?
Yeah. It takes a long time though.
It does.
Especially to do that part.
Well, now that they're fluffed out, it shouldn't take too long.
Yeah. This part's easy, just like putting them down. But like, what is that called? Like make the branches like that. It takes a while.
Okay. Okay, so there she is, the tree. And we actually have very tall ceilings in this house. Like, what are they, 9 feet? 8 or 9 feet? There's something very, very tall. And I'm sure you saw Rick stand next to it. He's just about 6 foot tall. So there that is. And we're gonna actually move the furniture around a little bit. But we're going to put up the tree in the other room.
Are we doing that thing?
Alrighty. So here's Rick, and he decided that the tree was looking too bare. So he has gathered the lights, and he is going to go ahead and put some lights on this main tree. We did move it over a little because we were trying to get it centered in front of the window. So here we are, and he does the lights because he likes to have them evenly spaced. But first, a sip of coffee. And it begins. So here's the tree, and that's the back of the love seat. We kind of rearrange things when we get the tree up, because normally during the summer, like I showed you earlier, let me just zoom it out a little bit, we have the 2 chairs up here by the window and the couch kind of facing toward the window, but we kind of catty corner it. We still have the buckets of things that we're storing over by the dining room table, but we move everything around and we kind of put the 1 chair on either side, and we kind of corner face the love seat. The pillows are flopped down. But Rick went ahead and put the lights up, and overall it's looking really good. And then down the hall you can see the other tree. So as I walk down here, you can see the other tree is up. Now this one's a pre-lit tree, and it's very, very, very small. If I go stand next to it, it's probably just slightly larger than I am. And of course, over the piano, we have a garland with pre-strung lights. Now, we call this one our ugly tree. I'm gonna stand next to this so you can see. It's dark, so you can hardly see me. But anyway, here I am next to the tree. And it's just about my height. I'm 5'6". So it's just a little, it probably, if I stood this up, it would like this little teeny branch here. Now it's probably like 6 foot tall. So this is just a 6 foot tall tree. It's not a very tall one. I know it's dark, so I'm gonna look back at the tree again. So it's not very tall, but this is what we call our ugly tree. We still have to put all the decorations on it and decorations around it. But this is the one that we actually use for Christmas morning. We actually put our gifts under this one, because the one in the living room is really just for show. So let's go back down and look at that one again. And here's the living room again. And I'm gonna go stand next to this so you can see the difference in height. And it looks like there's a gap when you look at it one angle with the lights, but it looks pretty good when you're standing next to it. Okay, so here's the height of this tree. And like I said, I'm 5'6". So, right there. So the tree has got to be at least 7 foot. Yeah, I would say it's at least 7.5 feet tall. And our ceilings have got to be 8 foot or 9 foot tall. They're pretty tall ceilings. They gotta be 9 foot, I would think. But I don't know. Really tall ceilings here. At least they seem like it to me. So anyway, we've gotten our basic Christmas decorations done. Yay! And that's it for today. So my husband did a good job. All right, so we'll see you guys tomorrow, and thanks for watching our little October 31st Christmas tree beginning decoration time. Bye!